Dhiman says a lot about points and miles, but this time let's talk about perks and let's talk about benefits.
Every hotel that I used in Accor in US, against the resort fee, you get stuff which people don't know about. One, there is some laundry included. Second, there are some movies included in the room. And they will never tell you this. You get $35 worth of credit per room.
The very fact that credit cards have eliminated cash during travel, I think is the biggest perk for me.
If you're a Connoisseur Club member, you can get 30% discount when you're dining with multiple people. If you're 2 people, you get a 50%, 3 people 33%, 4 people 25%. But if you don't go via that, I booked via District, booked 20% off on Zomato. There, if it's 25,000 is your bill, you've knocked off 5k. Now, on your 20k bill, you knock off another 5k with the flat charge. Your bill is down to 15k. On this 15k, you're also earning 2.5% MR, which is still solid, right?
Sometimes I feel you should be a little shameless and ask.
No, be totally shameless, not little shameless. पूछोगे नहीं तो मिलेगा.
Correct.
What is the limit of yes bank?
There's no limit.
What?
Let's say if I swipe for 8,000, I only pay 4,000.
And what's the upper cap?
No upper cap.
As soon as Dhiman finishes this podcast, no, it's going to be Yes Bank. I have Burgundy Private.
Lights flashing bright, we're on the go. Tune in now, there's so much to know. Earning bits, travel dreams we sow. All aboard the great Indian Points and Miles show. Zero to hero in the blink of an eye. Fly first class, no need to be shy. Redemption sweet, touching the sky. Award seats booked, let's give it a try. Award seats booked, let the points flow. It's all aboard the great Indian Points and Miles show. Unlocking journeys wherever you go. The sky's the limit, feel the travel mojo.
Hello and welcome to the Great Indian Points and Miles show. This is your host Adil Bandukwala. We've got a very exciting episode lined up today. Probably our most exciting lineup ever because the topic that we're recording today is going to be crowdsourced from our Discord community. There is a channel which is very active, which is called the Feedback channel in the Great Indian Lounge. And in that lounge is where we have a lot of you talking about what you all want us to discuss as part of our next and upcoming segment and sequences of episodes. So today we're picking up that sequence. And like always, we've got Adarniya Dhiman ji joining us. The man, like you know, has now moved all the way to Delhi NCR region. He's been catching up with few of you. He's got a brand new role in life. We congratulated him last time we shot the episode. And this time, he's flown in last night at midnight. I have access because I see his
friends.
Uber
Flighty friends.
Flighty friends is there, but I also have access to your Uber account because I see your Uber travel receipts now. और उसमें समझ जाता है कि आदरणीय धीमन जी पधार चुके हैं बैंगलोर में. So he landed last night and then he had an early roll call for us because sir now has meetings in Bangalore that he's lined up at 5 p.m. for which he has to rush. So he woke me up early for this 9 a.m. shoot. स्वागत है sir.
Thank you so much, Adil. I think आप बोलते हैं ना when you kind of get into something new, you realize the value of the old. वैसे ही I was very happy to land into Bangalore. The temperature suddenly changed in the night and great breathing air. So happy to be back and happy to be part of the show as usual.
Awesome. And with Dhiman, now we've got a very exciting guest. I'll tell you a fascinating story. Both of us have lived in the same area within 1 kilometer of each other for practically 25 years. And we come to know that we live in the same area in a completely different country, which is Dhiman's favorite country, where we hosted the Point Syndicate. And Amrut made it to the Point Syndicate, one of the first to sign up. And when we met and we started talking, we discovered that we live in the same area. So fascinating guy, Amrut. He holds the dopest cards that anyone can have. Talk about Infinia, he's got it. He's got the Biz Black. He's got the Plat Charge. He's got the Yes Private. You name the top card, he's got it. Started his career selling software and hardware in tech in 1996. Built an amazing tech firm. From there, around 2002, 2003, diversified into furniture. So for those of you who are familiar with Bangalore, you will notice whenever you pass through Commercial Street, there used to be this lovely showroom called Looking Good Furniture with very prominent branding. They're also there in 8 other locations in Bangalore and also Hyderabad. So that is what was Amrut's second child, I would say. The first child being like the tech a business that he started. And then he also started Dash Square, which is a premium furniture line in Bangalore. And then through Dash Square, they also represent Ashley and a couple of other furniture marquee players across the world. With that, welcome Amrut.
Thank you, Adil, and thank you, Dimant, for having me. I think I've been a fan of the show, and it's great to be here.
Awesome. So with that, let's get started with today's episode. Dimant, you've written the script. Batao, आज क्या बात करेंगे?
You know our script, right? How we write script. हम एक page लिखते हैं and then we just let go, right? So anyways, I think we want to talk about something today which the community has been asking for some time now. And again, we never did it earlier because we felt कि यार we are so points obsessed that we'll always keep speaking about points no matter what happens. But we want to speak about things in credit cards beyond points. Right? What does a credit card have to offer beyond just the points that they offer and rewards that they offer? Now, it could be anything from, let's say, memberships to be specific things that a specific card offers, or it could be just the basics that a lot of people don't know about. And I actually felt that considering the amount of time we have held cards, I think it will be a great discussion to have considering each of us have multiple different cards, right? So, and again, each bank has somehow always tried to innovate in some way. Right, so that was the plan for the episode, and Adil, as usual, let's just dive into it. I think let's start with Amrut's cards and deep dive how he uses those cards.
So let's do it this way.
Yeah.
Let's do a section where we each say what are our top 3 benefits we've derived from any cards that are there in our wallet and why.
Perfect.
And just give practical scenarios of what we've experienced of late or any time and how that potentially saved us from a disaster, saved us from losing precious cash that we care about. Or it could also be a cool perk, saying that, wow, this is very, very cool. We talk, like Dimant says, a lot about points and miles. But this time, let's talk about perks and let's talk about benefits. So Amrut, maybe start with you. Maybe start with your top 1 or 2. We'll go from there.
I think obviously when it comes to perks, credit card offers a whole lot of things. I mean, you have your airline redemptions, you have your transfers to hotels and things like that. For me, I think the biggest perk a credit card gives is peace of mind. The challenge always is when you're traveling. Like I remember maybe 15, 20 years back, when you travel, right, you'd always have to worry about, hey, how much money do I have to carry, right? The very fact that credit cards have eliminated cash during travel, I think is the biggest perk for me.
Yeah.
That's an amazing way to think about it. Yeah, very different perspective, right? ये habit change हो गया है, but I've never realized it, right?
Yeah.
When you say it.
Same, like last 5 trips, I have never carried cash. Yeah. All international.
Yeah.
Never. Like just cards are there, let's go. Otherwise, earlier it used to be a headache. Oh, find a foreign exchange guy, get a good rate. Yeah. Or for the slightly advanced users, they'll be like, कौन सा forex card लूँ, उस पे क्या benefits मिलेंगे, what are the pros and cons. I think the world has changed. Yeah. The world has evolved.
Not only that, what I've realized of late, because I travel a lot on work and at times you do need cash.
Yeah.
Drawing from an ATM abroad is no longer expensive.
Yes.
Like if it's on my Yes Private or the Infinia, it's whatever is the market rate.
Yeah.
There's hardly, the service charge is negligible compared to what you would probably pay a Forex guy.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What else, like apart from this? Like, ek to ye, I think, also does this include the fact that I remember in 2011-12 when I went to US for the first time, and again, I had no clue because that was my first international trip. So I was also like, have this every time, 11 baje if you have a flight, next day, 24 hours before, you're like either calling your company's team saying, where is my Forex? Or you're rushing to a Forex, you're putting on some group asking, अरे बताओ कौन सा सस्ता Forex कहाँ मिलेगा? And then, there is so much of non-transparency in their entire cash thing that you don't know who is charging you how much, and then you'll end up searching Thomas Cook, Orient and all that, and then realize finally, oh, this is what I have kind of got, and you still don't know probably how much money you have lost.
Yeah.
I genuinely feel that most of the times now, if I ever carry cash, I always come back with the cash. Yeah. Most of the cases.
I can't agree more. We went to the US recently. We've just come back from almost a 4-week holiday with the entire family. And whatever little cash that we took, we brought it back. We hardly got a chance to spend.
Crazy.
It's only sometime when you're shopping something and you say, you know what, I've taken this cash, let me just spend it. You don't have a choice. But otherwise, why would you want to give away the benefits that you're getting on the cards?
Yeah,
It just doesn't make sense.
Exactly the same thing happened with me. I checked into Sofitel New York. तब मेरे पास 50 USD था. I carried 50 USD. Okay. When I checked out after 5 days, I still had 50 USD.
Yeah.
And like no clue. And when I went to Washington again, I had the same 50 USD. Now I'll use this because I don't want to sell it again because I'll lose money. Again, when I exited Washington, I didn't get a chance to use that money. So Miami, finally, I ended up kind of using that cash. I was like, le lo yaar, kuch to ice cream khaya. I still ended up getting back 30 USD.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like US, I mean, you can confidently tell people ki don't carry. In fact,
for sure.
Yeah, in fact, cash, some of them will frown upon, I guess.
Yeah.
Plus, they will give
and
you all
there are
this.
specific hotels that say that they are cashless hotels. They're very clear. They're upfront. They say that, hey, we take only cards.
So I was at the Western Cabo recently, and they had a note stating that we don't accept more than $500 cash.
There you go.
So which means that you have to pay by card.
Yeah.
Another big disadvantage, and this sounds very funny. Whenever like Japan, when I had gone, by the time I finished my trip, I had this full hand of coins.
Yeah.
I hate using cash for that. Like your wallet has so many coins, and it's very hard to distinguish कौन सा coin is how much currency, right?
Coins है तुम्हारे पास तो note भी होंगे जबरदस्त.
अरे नहीं Japan में तो they give a lot of coins ना.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The vending machines
Dhimant coming in. I wouldn't be surprised Dhimant coming in through customs and customs flags red.
Yeah.
You are carrying so many yen back.
yen
How
back.
many million
Now-
ये खर्चा नहीं किया.
देखो, we have escaped them because they don't check how many credit cards you carry. If that was a rule, we would definitely get caught at customs. मतलब crazy amount of cards I carry.
I think the new wallets have made it easier. It like keeps your stack small.
So I'll give you a couple of things from my end.
Sure.
Right? Few things that I've really enjoyed over the years. First is I think this reliability with American Express worldwide,
Sure.
where I can spend my money anywhere at any vendor, whether it is a world-class vendor, whether it is a vendor I've never heard about, and just have incredible peace of mind. If something happens, God forbid, saying that that vendor didn't deliver something to me that they promised, if I shopped somewhere, if the service wasn't great, call Amex, raise a chargeback request, they handle it end to end, no issue whatsoever. I've been a Plat Charge user for close to 10 years now. I think, 2026 is the 10th year.
Sure.
And I've had 7 transactions in 10 years which have gone bad. And each time, Amex has done it with amazing grace, with zero follow-ups from my side. Every time, instant statement credit, like we'll figure it out, and they've always solved it. So
We
that's
have
number
your
one.
back.
We have your back, absolutely. So that's Amex for you. The second thing, food perks. Now you know
But before you go to food, I have a
Yeah.
question, Adil.
Yeah.
You mentioned this, we have your back thing from Amex. Now, because a lot of people now cannot get the Amex for multiple reasons, right? They're not issuing cards. Like, are there other cards right now which you have experienced a similar level of comfort, or you not tried it at all?
I haven't tried it. For me, it's simple. Like even if if it's a first-time merchant, which is not a brand I have heard about, let's say it's a startup, let's say it is something international that I have low confidence on, where it seems too good to be true, but there are things that will work sometimes.
Yeah.
Then I go ahead and take my chance with Amex because I know these guys have my back.
So, great point. And I feel that in general, I would say that using a credit card is always going to be better at a shady merchant, even if it's not Amex, because of the simple reason that the money is not debited from your account, right? I mean, a simple thing, right? As simple as that.
But I also say that I've only tried this on the Plat Charge.
Yeah.
I have not tried it on my Platinum Travel.
Okay,
and I
fair.
always put it on the Plat Charge because I know, one, you connect to them faster. Two, you're just treated better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I haven't even tried it on any other card. Forget any other card, not even on Platinum Travel.
So I have tried it on Infinia once.
Okay.
It didn't work out for me because first off, when I spoke to the agent didn't understand what a chargeback was. So I had to explain to them that, oh, you want to raise a complaint or whatever. They have a different way of calling it. So maybe that agent was not trained or whatever. But I also want to believe that something like an HSBC, because whatever little experience that I've had with them, they've had a good experience with them in terms of customer support. At least them understanding my problem in a good way. I want to believe that they may be okay with chargeback. Again, I don't have a clue. I haven't tried it. If any of the audience, if you guys have tried it, please let us know. Happy to kind of understand if that works. But chargeback, I think, is a great one.
But just coming to chargeback, I have an interesting story. I know of somebody who's a very good friend of mine who had an issue in Shanghai once, where he got stuck in one of the scams, and he was supposed to. They wanted him to pay some $2,000.
Crazy.
And luckily for him, he had his Amex card.
Okay.
And he gave us card. He said, "You swipe it on this," and they refused to take it.
Really?
They said,
Yeah.
"No, we don't take Amex. You have any other credit card?"
Damn it.
There you go. I'd say exit the building.
Yeah.
Run from the building. As simple as that.
So they said, "No, we don't take it." And then they tried the he had the regalia at that point of time. The regalia got flagged because it was a high transaction, and HDFC didn't allow it to go through. But whatever little cash that they had, they took it and they sent him out. But if
He was caught in some scam or something.
you have multiple scam, tea house scam, all those things where people just surround you. I mean, China is a very safe place from the thing. This is one of those one-off incidents.
Got it.
But from what I knew, that these guys were very well aware that the chargeback happens, and they didn't take his card. They didn't take the Amex.
Got it. So, Adil, one thing that is coming out clearly is that one theme that I'm seeing is peace of mind.
Yeah.
I think he spoke about peace of mind, you spoke about peace of mind. Let me add another peace of mind story here, right? Because this has happened with me. And so I was in a hospital with my dad, right? And suddenly the doctor said कि यार operation दोनों पाँव को करना पड़ेगा.
ठीक है.
Like, and he said कि यार एक काम करो, you are here. Just deposit 8 lakhs and then we'll book the slot right away because the doctor said it's urgent because it was deteriorating very fast. I just used my credit card and swiped it. मतलब 8 lakh तभी का तभी I just swiped 8 lakhs, right? For me, I think that's also peace of mind, right? Because you don't need to, like earlier, imagine यार, even today, I mean, rushing to an ATM, your debit card has the limit or not, like वो credit card का limit है, money has the account में पैसा है या नहीं. All of this is a bigger theme. And then I recently met a friend, right? He was in a situation where he needed 25 lakhs, emergency. Like 4 hours में he had to give the money. And he was like, यार क्या करूँ मैं? So I was like, पगले use कर लेता credit card. Why didn't you use a credit card? I told him my story. And he's like, यार मतलब मेरे पास नहीं है ऐसा credit card. I should have listened to you. But I told him, okay, it's not going to be easy to get a credit card with 25 lakhs of
limit
credit, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I said, क्या किया फिर? He said, यार मैंने तो मेरा mutual fund बेच दिया. I like, this is crazy, bro. मतलब, and mutual fund बेचने के बाद भी, I think it takes 2-3 days to get the money, right? It's not like, so that emergency has passed away, right? So, one of the things that I kind of realized recently is this, I've been using this app called SmallCase. I don't know if you guys have used SmallCase. It's a mutual fund app, right? And they also have this app called Ticker Tape. I've used both the apps.
I like Ticker Tape.
I love Ticker Tape.
For equity screening,
Exactly.
उससे अच्छा app नहीं है, boss. It is really good.
Exactly. I know you use
Ticker Tape.
Ticker Tape. Yeah.
Ticker
I
Tape,
use
yeah,
so
yeah.
many screeners I've made, like
Yeah.
portfolio level, theme level. And
It's beautiful. Sorry, I just talk
please,
about Ticker
please,
Tape
please, please
because so let's say if I want to look at ITC as a stock, I go there and it shows me last 5 years what is the revenue, what is the profitability in a beautiful dashboard, very pleasing to the eye. Normally, I hate Excel sheets. Ironic that I work for a B2B SaaS company where we live and breathe Excel sheets for a living. But there's so much numbers and it's hard to find patterns and all that. So Ticker Tape just takes everything out and it has a beautiful dashboard, shows you everything. And then it also shows you, one of my favorite things is they have a thing called forecast.
Okay.
So let's say if I want to buy ITC today at 500 rupees, it will show what are the odds that it's going to grow. And if it's going to grow, what is the top ceiling? And if it's going to bottom out, what is the bottom out ceiling? And there are certain times I've been able to cherry pick and find stocks where it's saying, this is at its lowest point ever. It's not going to go down any further. So this is a good buy. So it's not very easy to find those stocks, but when you're able to find those stocks, then they're great data-backed signals because oftentimes you go on one intuition to, if you're a real nerd, then you'll do chart analysis, but I'm no nerd. And the third, and because you're doom scrolling on Instagram, a lot of people are saying a lot of stuff. And you might tend to believing into that. But before believing, you want to do your own sanity check and validation. And that's why Ticker Tape helps me a
Ticker
lot.
Tape, okay. I think I'll probably look into that.
Definitely, right? In fact, I generally don't buy too many memberships, but मैंने उसका pro membership लेके रखा.
100%. I have it.
I've taken
I have it.
Well, यार, even if you get one stock right, exit or entry, you made
But
that
how
money.
many you've got? Like,
Sorry?
have you got any right? Like, in
Yeah.
terms of
So I'll give you an example. HDFC, the new twins, the HDFC Life and HDFC, which was that? एक HDFC Life था, the other one is the mutual fund.
Okay.
Both of them stocks I had. it helped me exit on the right time. Because when I was actually screening and I saw the numbers, I felt कि यार अब यहाँ से upside बहुत कम है. So I kind of exited that, and I feel that I would have made much more money by investing that money somewhere. Right? I think 1,500 I paid for the pro membership. It would have paid for itself easily. Right? So, but interestingly, coming back to the story, right? I remembered this because I suddenly saw an app called CreditCase, right? And CreditCase does something very interesting. So in 2009, there was subprime crisis. I had to buy a house. I had just got married, and in our family, there is this thing that when you get married, you should have a house. Like it's just seen as a potential success in life. So I ended up kind of buying a house, and I had like 5 lakh worth of mutual funds. मैंने सब बेच दिया. So when I read about this app basically gives you loan against mutual funds. And I know it's not a new concept, but you know these days new apps are very interesting. You kind of like scrolling them, अच्छा interface, अच्छा UI. So I was just the moment I logged in, the app said you can get this loan right away. I said, okay, how did he calculate? मेरा mutual fund का data था. He just told me you can get this app right away. Then he said आपको 2 घंटे में पैसा मिल जाएगा. Then he said there is no processing fee. I was like, what? And then it said that, you know what, you don't need to lose your compounding. I said, yeah, I understand that because I'm not selling my mutual funds. I went back to that 2009 data. I looked at that data and I tried making some numbers. He knows I'm a nerd, so I keep doing these calculations. That 5 lakh, I mean, wild guess में मेरे को लगता है कि worst case scenario it would have been 50 lakhs.
Oh, 10x.
It made no sense for me to sell that mutual fund, right? So, loved this app. And by the way, just in full transparency, they have sponsored this episode, CreditCase. So, and when they came to us, I was like, yeah, I used both your apps, love to do this integration, kind of totally aligned. So, what they do basically, Adil, is again, if you've not heard about this, you put your mutual funds or your stock and take a loan against it. What I liked about this is आपको 2 घंटे में digitally पूरा पैसा आ जाता है. All you do is you download the app. The moment you download the app and log in, it will show you if your mutual funds are with smallcase, they will show you right away. Otherwise, you connect your mutual funds data and stocks data, it will tell you right away an approval. And because this is secured credit, no CIBIL hit, right? That's the second beautiful thing. The third thing I like is interest rates are something like 9-10%. So if you're somebody who thinks that you will be able to use your credit card for swiping and can't pay that money back in the next month in your credit cycle, I think it's better to go for this because the credit card debt, like we always tell, is super duper
Very
expensive.
Yeah.
I know Adil always says this on the show whenever he says कि भाई अगर number one red light, if you cannot pay your bill back, do not use credit cards. It's the most expensive form of debt ever introduced to humankind, right? So also wanted to just kind of think through this, right? I mean the limits. A lot of people have like 50 crore portfolios, 100 crore portfolios, and the other thing, I have taken a personal loan once in my life and I decided never to ever do it again. There is so much of non-transparency. Yeah. Foreclosure charges. This app, the first thing I checked because of my burned my hands in the past, they don't have any foreclosure charges. It's beautiful, right? The second thing I found interesting was that they also don't have any hidden charges apart from like personal loan where you have those whatever equivalent of convenience fee, you know, like first fee you
Correct,
pay,
yeah.
whatever it is called, right? I don't know.
Convenience fees. Yeah.
Convenience fees or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So they take that. कुछ भी नहीं है. Like and again, if you need it right now, right then, obviously credit cards is the best thing because you just swipe and everything's done. But if you are able to wait 2-4 hours, I think this is a great opportunity.
So quick question. So will this work even if your mutual funds are elsewhere, let's say in Zerodha or parked in your bank? So it doesn't have to be with
them. It doesn't have to be with them. So for example, I don't have any mutual funds with small case.
Okay.
So it just connected from, let's say वो होता है ना, they have this MF Central connectivity that they do. You give an OTP and they tie up your mutual funds.
Okay.
So they will find it out and they will give you that.
I think every platform is doing that today, right? It's very easy. Like you just give your credentials.
Yeah.
It's able to fetch from whatever. I think NSDL has a common database or something.
Yeah.
They fetch it and they show you.
So Dhiman, quick question. I just want to know, does if you have mutual funds in other places like Axis Bank, does this work?
Yeah, so I'm not sure about Axis Bank. So I do have a portfolio with Axis Bank also, but my primary portfolio is via Grow and Direct. So what I understand is, what I did yesterday is, if you enter the app, there are 2 sections: loan against mutual funds, loan against stocks. Loan against mutual funds, I think interest showed from 9.99% and that was showing 10.25%. And when you actually do that, the mutual funds, it directly connects to your the central repository which has the data, right? Which all the platforms do. Yeah. So it showed me a limit. I didn't actually double check if it is taking that from my direct or the regular mutual funds, but my guess is that it picks it up centrally.
Okay.
And it goes for every platform, but it's best to check and kind of update that. For stocks, they only support Zerodha today.
Okay.
So for whatever portfolio you have in Zerodha, they issue loan against that. And I remember seeing it issued it like in 30 seconds. It went and I have 3 security accounts, Demat accounts. It checked all my 3 Demat accounts. It connected it, but it said that we only give stock support only Zerodha right now. So, and the number was such that it was a percentage of my stocks in Zerodha.
Okay.
So I have some stocks in other accounts as well. So that's what I know.
So it gives you about 90% of your stock value, or
I think it was lower than that, slightly lower than that.
Okay.
So 80% K types.
good. I think maybe check out after this.
Yeah, it's
podcast.
interesting. No, see, that's what yes, KPR, Singapore Airlines. Yes, our apps. No, I just keep playing around because you just like the apps and just playing around the apps. So I started playing around a few days back. Found it really interesting, and like it feels good now that somebody has another back now. If you are in an emergency, I don't need to lose my compounding. Also, I'll tell you one thing very honestly. I hate going offline. I have this whole pain. If bank tells me, आज कोई भी बैंक sign करना है, आप भेज दो, फिर मेरे को sign करके वापस भेजना है. I have somehow this issue. Now, one of the biggest reasons with traditional banks for me has been this. I don't know, like you guys have a similar problem. मुझे लगता है मेरे साथ unique है. But I used to love Citibank only for that. They are the only bank who tell you, भाई बैंक में मत आओ. If you come to the bank, we'll charge you. You remember that, right? I was like, wow, amazing. What is this?
You know, I mean, Citi was another level. I remember, like, I was a long-time Citi banker before we moved to Axis.
Yeah.
But I have some comfort with HSBC now.
We had that debate in the last
We had the
episode.
debate last time, so people are familiar with it. But my loyalty right now is with HSBC. All right, so what do we start with? We start with peace of mind. Now let's come to indulgence a little bit. क्योंकि वो भी तो करें ना, मतलब peace of mind हो गया अभी. तो अभी थोड़े मजे करने हैं life में. So Wednesdays are my favorite days of the week. Why? Because Amex has this amazing offer on District. And if you have a plat charge, you get a 25% off up to 5,000 rupees, which is very, very helpful over and above existing discounts. So tell you what, we were at, there's a very cool speakeasy that's opened in the Leela on Airport Road. Have you heard of that? ZLB.
Oh, I don't know what
It is a brilliant thing. Yeah. Okay, so you enter the Leela, okay, you cross Jamawar, you are going towards the Asian restaurant, Zen. वो Zen का garden cross करके you have to go पीछे, ठीक है? When you go पीछे, you have to enter the Asian kitchen. You have actually entered the Asian kitchen and you are seeing chefs making dim sum, sushi, they're frying stuff, stir fries, what? Okay, there's like 6 to 8 chefs who are actually in action. Bang opposite the chef station, there's a lift. When you enter the lift, there are 3 buttons, Z, L, B. You have no idea where you're going. You just hit one of the buttons. The lift takes you to a floor. I have no idea whether it's first, second, whatever. But it takes you to a floor. And then you entered this beautiful bar, which has amazing cocktails. First of all, I don't have alcohol.
मैं वही पूछना था कि आप किसी
I don't have alcohol. My friends told me कि यार the cocktails are brilliant. And I have a friend that I really trust. So मैं बोला चल चलते हैं वहाँ पे. When there, these guys are having the time of their life. They got a mocktail for me, which was made with guava, chilies, and something else. It was the spiciest drink I've ever had in my life. And for those of you who know me, you all know that I don't even enjoy having soft beverages. The best thing that I'll ever have is a Diet Coke. But this was a drink I really, really enjoyed. I don't enjoy spice, but you know, when you're drinking something spicy, it was weird, but it was refreshingly nice. And they have fusion food. And fusion food is something that I really appreciate. It's the Leela. So here's the thing. If you want to stack, and you like stacking discounts, you have 2 routes here. One, if you're a Connoisseur Club member, then you can get the flat 30% discount when you're dining with multiple people. If you're 2 people, you get a 50%, 3 people, 33%, 4 people, 25%. But more than 4 people, I think it's 20%. So you get 20% there. But if you don't go via that, I booked via District. They were running some promo. We got a 20% off on District. And then after that, we got a 25% off on using the Amex Fine charge. So brilliant, right? So if you are doing fine dining, gourmet dining, where let's say you want to absolutely juice it, and your bill is going to be about 25,000-30,000 rupees if it's a large group. Then what happens is you book 20% off on Zomato. There, if it's 25,000 is your bill, you've knocked off 5K. Now, on your 20K bill, you knock off another 5K with the plat charge. Your bill is down to 15K. On this 15K, you're also earning 2.5% MR, which is still solid, right?
Crazy.
So I think like particularly stacking these and double stacking these, very, very underrated perk.
Yeah.
This offer runs every Wednesday,
Yeah.
and there is no limit. By the way,
This is a
I'll
district
go
app,
out on a
right?
limb and I'll
Yeah.
tell you something even cool that you can do. I don't know if this will be patched, but I'm just stating this. If you have multiple charge cards, split the bill and stack it. Think about it, right? So if you have a charge card, if I have a charge card, if Amrut has a charge card, which all three of us do, and we're all going, it's a large party, and the bill is more, think about how much you're saving by stacking multiple credit cards, right? So we also saw that there was some alumni reunion happening. And there were 10 people by the bar having a good time. I also overheard them having the same conversation. They're like, यार तेरा भी फ्लैट चार्ज है, मेरा भी फ्लैट चार्ज है. तुम कहाँ से भी हो? तुम स्टैनफोर्ड से होंगे, वॉटन से होंगे. पैसा बचाने के मामले में we are all desi.
100%.
Right?
100%,
So
yeah.
I think that is like a very underrated perk where I feel like stacking food discounts, particularly on Wednesdays, next level. with
I'll tell you
Amex.
one thing, Amrut, you won't believe. Outside our planned meetings,
Yeah.
I have met Adil 3 times, and every time it's been while dining.
Then
I
100%.
had
yeah.
never meet him. You know, with friends, cousins, old times, you meet them in a bank, you meet them. Adil हमेशा restaurant में मिलेगा. Because I also doing the
देखो
same thing.
बहुत कम लोग बैंक में मिलते हैं. ये ना पैसे वाले लोग सिर्फ धीमंत के बिरादरी
अरे
के
मैं
हैं.
10 साल पहले क्या होता था, तुम चेक डिपॉजिट करने जाते तो हेलो कैसे हो, हाउ आर यू,
देखो फिर होगी ना वही बात, चेक डिपॉजिट करने के लिए उसके लिए आना भी तो चाहिए ना चेक.
So I want to talk about this dining thing, and this is one example where they have not only given a perk, but they also want you to use it. So आपने बोला coupon code. A lot of people don't know about this, right? A lot of people miss this. Wednesday को याद नहीं रहता है. Now I love this feature on the Magnus Burgundy, and I think a lot of people still do not know that. Maybe 1% of the CC geeks do know about this. Your Magnus Burgundy comes with a birthday benefit, which is 50% off up to 30%. Right? 50 up to 3,000 rupees. So which means that typically if you spend 6,000 rupees, you get 3,000 rupee off. I'm sure Adil has used it every year.
EasyDiner.
EasyDiner. So it gets issued to you during your birthday month, and it lasts for exactly 30 days. After 30 days, you can use that on EasyDiner. Now, let's say you don't use it on your birthday. The EasyDiner team calls you. They first send you a WhatsApp. Okay? Then they call you. If you don't read the WhatsApp or don't respond to it, if you still don't swipe your card, they'll first tell you कि भाई you are not even used your membership, because the 1 year membership comes with that. Yeah. And you'll get a call from the EasyDiner team, right? And I told him, I'm busy. No, sir, I would like to help you. If you have 5 minutes, I'll actually go through the flow with you. And actually she did it. She actually, and then she said, sir, can you go to the section and see if the voucher is now visible? And said, sir, do use it, please. I was like, wow. Like, it's not like they want, see, every P&L business makes a breakage factor into their P&L. Ki bhai, people will not use it, to paisa bach jayega. This is one feature. They know that if you use it, you will come back again.
Yeah.
Lovely feature, and I generally use it on the restaurants that I find it really expensive to go to, very hard to get offers on. So, like for example, I don't know, Far and East has been one of my favorites, right? This is in your Four Seasons. In one embassy, right? So that's there's a cocktail bar also on the top of the same restaurant. I'm forgetting the name right now.
This thing.
Four Seasons.
Four Seasons. Yes,
Yeah.
I know the thing.
I forgot the name right now. So all these I generally use that voucher for. Another beautiful thing, again, now because you gave up idea which could be patched, I'm also giving an idea which could be potentially patched. If you have add-ons, they do the same thing with every add-on.
Okay.
My dad got a call. My wife got a call. She was also explained the same thing. Only thing you need to be mindful is that if you have an EasyDiner membership, you need to have it via Magnus Burgundy. Yeah. So what happened in my case is, I already had the EasyDiner membership from the plat charge. So she said that it won't work. So she first removed my membership, and then she again gave me the same membership via Magnus Burgundy. All of this is in a 2-minute call. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Which
Amazing.
is beautiful. I don't think people understand. So if you are a person who says, I'm not going to be this person who is 3% back, 4% back, ठीक है, मत लो. take it for the benefits that it gives otherwise. Right? Again, this is, I would say, classic example of a good partnership, well done.
And this is really smart, right? I mean, typically what happens is on EasyDiner, there are restaurants that run a 20%, 25% off all the time. So you're getting that 25%
Yes.
off, or uske baad,
Yes.
like if it's an 8,000 rupee bill, you got a 25% off, you've knocked off 2K, now it's 6K. On that, you're applying your 3K coupon.
Correct.
That's crazy. And this is a real world example. Like, for example,
Yeah.
we went a few months back when Wish had come to Bangalore.
Correct.
And he had his birthday coupon that he was
Yeah.
not able to
Yeah,
use.
yeah.
So he gave it to us. And all of us, we had a good time. We were at that place near your house.
Yeah,
Adda,
yeah. Adda,
right?
yeah, correct.
And then the bill was exactly this, 8K. So 25% off. Bill is now down to 6K. Again, 50% off is now down to 3K. And then,
Yeah.
he made his 14% back on top of it
Yeah.
because of AEP, which is
Correct.
wild.
And
So, yeah.
in the same, most cases what happens is, it's been very funny because earlier when I first heard about it, long back, 3 years back I think, मुझे लगा कि यार it won't stack. It would be a unique voucher, right? But the restaurant gives the discount first, right? And in most cases you don't get up getting a 6,000 bill.
Yeah.
आता ही नहीं है because of पहले ही 4,000 5,000 हो जाता है, right? So my dad recently used this coupon. He's like, अरे मेरा बिल तो 1,000 रुपये ही आया मतलब, because it already got discounted.
So I have a nice story to narrate. Like, we just came back from the US, and today in the US, everything is super expensive.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
you, like a family of 4, if you just have to eat food in a restaurant without any drinks, it's $100.
Easily.
Did you enjoy giving them the 21%?
Honestly, I didn't. I went to I went to one of the wineries there, and I dropped in late because I'd gone
Yeah.
shopping. My brother was there with
Yeah.
his family and my children, and we walked in. And they have
Yeah.
these funny rule in San Francisco and other areas where if you're a group of 6 or more, then there is a minimum gratuity of 20%
Yes.
that auto applies.
Exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
Auto applies.
Yes.
And sometimes the person, whoever's the server, will give the credit card machine to you, and they expect a tip on top of that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Which makes it
Correct. Yeah.
which makes it even worse. So we got back, and when we came back, we have a habit of typically going out for family lunches. We went out recently, I think family of 12, to a new place that's opened in Bangalore, just down near Brigade Road, called Local Lane. I don't know if you've seen that place.
Yeah, I've seen
Very nice place, has a bowling alley and all. And we ate and drank. The bill was hardly anything else. But the best part was on like a app. I think on Dine Out they had a 20% off, and with your HDFC you could stack another 1,000
Yeah, on
plus
Infinia.
this thing. So effectively you get like a 30%
Crazy.
discount. And then my daughter sees me paying the bill, and it's some 9,000 odd rupees, saying, "Papa, what you paid $100 for?" All of us. And the initial bill itself was not much, right? It's about 12K, and then after all this, it comes to 9,000, almost 3,000 rupees off. And then she thinks I'm like a cheap dad. I said, listen, you have to save.
But I'll tell you one interesting thing. You mentioned this. So, again, I had a plan to make a reel of it and I completely forgot, right? So, when I was in the US this time, and because we have this habit of using Accor wherever possible now, right? So, Sofitel, there's very few hotels in New York, and Accor people say that, yeah, use Bonvoy. So, I ended up using Sofitel New York. And Sofitel New York, it looks very expensive in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
But then when you apply the offers of 3 nights, 4 nights, it comes down a little, some discount. And then they have that charges, right? The extra charge that they give. The resort fee or whatever they call it. In Accor, Sofitel, for example, in every hotel that I used in Accor in US, against the resort fee, you get stuff which people don't know about, right?
Yeah.
I spoke about in another episode. One, there is some laundry included. Second, there are some movies included in the room.
Okay.
So you can see movies, and they will never tell you this. They don't tell you this. Okay? You have to ask them, against the resort fee, what am I getting? Okay. Uske alawa, you also get a free parcel delivered to the reception, which you already paid for.
Correct,
They hold it for you for free.
Yeah.
No sarcasm intended. And the last part, which I found most exciting, is they give you dinner credit, which I wasn't aware about. So every day in Sofitel New York, for every 5 days, and again, none of this was clearly mentioned, you get $35 worth of credit per room. Right? Obviously, it's not going to be much if you're going with a family, but because I was alone, $35 was good enough for me to eat one meal every day.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to the US, staying in Accor, do definitely check this out. Every hotel had this. So
Sometimes I feel you should be a little shameless and ask what are the perks.
No, I asked them.
Sometimes
Yeah.
people hesitate.
No, be
it's
totally shameless, not
Yeah.
little shameless. Because I have a strong belief. पूछोगे नहीं तो मिलेगा नहीं.
Correct.
Ask and thou shall receive.
Yeah.
You never ask, you never know.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. They also give a free water bottle to fill water. Which was like, पानी किधर है? बोला नहीं उधर है पानी. Walk and get a water and you come back. No, but I genuinely feel that people फालतू में मतलब they say this, but I feel that just the culture there.
Yeah.
I mean, you should just be respectful of the culture that you go to, the country that you go to.
Correct,
it is
yeah.
what it is, yeah. मतलब.
All right, cool. Switching gears, we've spoken about F&B perks now, particularly with Amex District. We've spoken about EasyDiner. Dine Out is great too because you can enjoy the Infinia benefits. The other thing I like about Dine Out and District both is you can buy Swiggy vouchers and you can buy District vouchers and you can pay through them also.
Correct. Yeah.
And for those of us who are like very points obsessed, right? You have to be a little smart about how you play this. So let's say if your bill is going to be more, let's say you have a corporate event or like a large family event. Let's say your bill is going to be 50,000 rupees, right? Now your Amex discount is going to be capped at 5K. So you can split it with two different Amexes. A cleaner way to do it is just buy District vouchers and you split the payment. So you pay 20K via Amex and you pay 30K via District.
Okay.
So that way what you've done is you've juiced the 5K, you've gotten a 2.5% extra, and here you've got a 16.5% on Zomato via District vouchers, or you would have got 18% on your ICICI EPM, whatever you've bought it. So it's a function of how you plan it, but if you have large spends, these can score you serious points that will put you up in the air very, very soon on one of your favorite airlines.
In fact, entertainment, if you're talking about F&B, let's just go a little bit in the entertainment space also, right? Because District 10 is very nearby. I think I love the fact that there are 3 levels of movie and events ka space which is also growing like crazy, right? So think about all the features available on your cards. Like I know the Sapphire card, for example, ICICI Sapphire card, right? Everybody talks about the card being bad, etc. But one of the only reasons I use that card is because the BookMyShow offers, right? So free hai, lifetime free mil raha hai. And you have one-on-one till 500 rupees, right? Which is crazy. So there are 3 levels of this movie perks that every card gives. One is basic discount. I like those cards for singles because people who go alone, वो one-on-one offer is frustrating. बोला नहीं है मेरे पास कोई यार साथ में लेके आने के लिए क्या करूँ मैं? That's one problem. Second problem, if you are 3 people, you always struggle, right? Because I always buy one-on-one and then I buy one daughter ticket separately for my daughter or my wife. So that's another thing. So that's one place I appreciate a good discount offer. So there are cards which offer 25% discount, 10% discount. So if you are an avid movie goer, right, do check which cards offer because this keeps changing. It's very dynamic list. The second offer is your one-on-one offers, which are very, very popular again. I think HSBC Premier has great options. Magnus Burgundy hai. You have the whole... Magnus
EPM is
gone.
great.
Magnus Burgundy is gone, right? Magnus Burgundy is gone.
I use Yes Private for all movie tickets.
Yeah, you were saying.
And Yes Private gives one-on-one no limit.
Hey, talk a little bit about that card.
Okay.
Like just talk
So
about it.
Yes Private was a card which I got because of a banking relationship I had with Yes Bank. And this was the same time in 2020 when I was getting the Infinia. The guy said, why are you getting Infinia? Take the private. At that point of time, they had a 50,000 or some crazy charge. He gave it to me free of cost. Now, the reason I like the card is one is it gives you a portal like SmartBuy to redeem. Like, you don't have to worry about transferring it to airline partners.
Oh, 1:1 pe hota hai.
1:1. No, it's technically not 1:1. Earlier it used to be 1:1. Now they have hiked up to the points. Like if you spend, you get like 10% as points, and then there is like a 33% kind of a reduction. So what I know, it's 2.5% need that you get, and you get it across all utilities.
Oh, nice.
So any utility, electricity bill, there's no charge, and you get that 2.5. If you spend forex, they have a 0.5% forex charge, but they give you double. So your net gain is 4.5% on forex. But the great thing about the card is, again, BookMyShow, they have an offer. I only go to the Rex theatre now. That's the only theatre I go to.
The director's cut is
Director
the
cut,
best in Bangalore.
It's spoiled watching movies for us.
Exactly.
The only complaint I have is it doesn't have an IMAX screen. I would love sitting in that
Arey
same
yaar,
condition
you get
with IMAX
wasabi
screen.
popcorn. और क्या चाहिए?
वो तो I agree. I also love the place.
He has 10 different types of popcorn. Wasabi being one of them. And chocolate being one of my favorites.
They also introduced
Which
that 10 cent yen wala, the Japanese thing that you get. You also get that in the Rex theatre.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like if I'm watching a movie, normally you want some good food also, right? They have decent food. It's pretty nice. But the thing is,
Somebody
what I
goes
like
for the
about it
food,
is, My favorite hacks is I'm one of those guys who will never go for first day, first show. Because it's too busy and the prices are jacked. Typically in a Rex, it's going to be anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000
Correct.
rupees, right? But you wait for a couple of weeks for the excitement to die down. And then it drops to $1,000. When it drops to $1,000, I'm going with my buy one get one. And now you give me 2 tickets, and then I go and blow it up on food and F&B. And you're paying on F&B also on certain cinemas. You have the option of paying via EasyDiner.
Yeah.
So you
PVRs.
go on EasyDiner, you get a unique link, you save some money there, and therefore it's just Sone Pe Suhaga of sorts.
So what is the limit of Yes Bank?
There's no limit. I regularly use it. I maybe go to Rex maybe twice a month at least. And sometimes I buy 8-9 tickets and they give you like 50%.
Really?
For
And
free.
what's the upper cap?
No upper cap.
What?
So let's say if I swipe for 8,000, I only pay 4,000. And that's the beauty of this.
As soon as Dhiman finishes this podcast, no, he's going to be Yes Bank.
So
I have
yeah,
Burgundy private.
I've never, see, at least for whatever tickets I booked 6 tickets, I booked 8 tickets. My wife has an add-on card. She gets that perks on hers separate. I've never had issues. I've booked like 10, 12 tickets and I've managed to get 50% of that free. So that's the one great perk. The other thing also about Yes Private is like right now there is a law, I think, which the Indian government has done that you cannot save your credit card information on foreign servers.
Okay.
Like if if any of the foreign servers try to, like, you let's say you buy something from apple.com in the US.
Yeah.
I buy a lot from Apple because my sister works for Apple and she gets a 25% off on
Correct.
all products.
Correct.
So every time there's something new, I always tell her. And
Can I queue up for the new Fold phone that's coming?
yeah, you can.
Can I,
She's there till.
if I can get that 25%, let's place an advance order.
Yeah.
I heard the foldable phone is coming.
So the way it works is you get 25% on the first product across one product for the entire range. You can buy one iPad, one
Brilliant.
MacBook, one phone, one whatever. And then for 10 more people, you get 15% off.
I'll take it. Just saying.
Yeah. So
Where is she? California, no?
she's in the Bay Area.
There you go. So then the tax is
San
also
Jose,
9%. So tea.
Yeah. So anytime, you can tell me, she'll be more than happy. A lot of my friends.
I'll hold you to it, Amrut now.
100%. And not only that, her husband also works for Apple. So
lovely.
I think he's a part of Apple Pay. I'm not sure right now, but so they both work for Apple. The problem I had was recently I was buying an iPad for my daughter, and none of the credit cards were going through. And the issue was that they kept saying, sir, like I called the Infinia guy, he said they're trying to save the number. I called Amex. Amex also, it didn't go through. Only card that went through was Yes Private. So I called them. I said, listen, boss, I need to make this transaction happen. He says that you cannot save the number on, and Apple is trying to save. My cousin said that I have not clicked the save option, but by default, I think the bank is assuming it's going to save. So the Yes Private guy said, you ask her to try it right now. I'll be on the line. I'll approve the transaction.
Nice.
And he approved it. So that level of service, I think that's one of the one which is slightly better compared to the Infinias and all. So those emergencies, I use that card.
Bad.
I mean, typically that's a card I use for like Forex withdrawal. There's no charge. Or very, very minuscule. So let's say if you're in China, you're drawing yen, or in the US dollars or euros or whatever it is, I have not paid a significant charge on that card.
Yeah.
Got it.
Awesome. And the third level of offers that they have is free tickets. So few cards have it, and again, the reason why we don't have all those cards is because those cards is too expensive to get. We all know that card, IndusInd, Pioneer, Metal, Heritage Metal, whatever we call it, right? They have some 2 tickets every month that you just get free. Like you don't even have 50% off. I think there was some SBI card also which was doing it at some point of Aurum or something. I'm not sure. But again, this perk, I feel in general, Magnus Burgundy lost that perk. Very hurtful. I don't know why, but a lot of people.
Magnus Burgundy
and Atlas
is more than delivering at 14%, and the party has lasted way too long. Right? Make hay while it shines. I wouldn't be surprised if something happens to it. God forbid it does. I'm just saying, like, really, this is a card where the parties lasted way too
Bro,
long.
I feel so bad. I should have never said. I kept saying on every episode where we discussed Magnus Burgundy कि मैंने गाड़ी तो ले लिया, मैंने गाड़ी तो ले लिया. Finally,
अब तो तुमने ले लिया.
वही ना तो नहीं कर like not like this, like not like this, right?
But you still put it on the Burgundy, no?
Is the
Yeah.
perks out of
Yeah.
buying cars now, or
Sorry?
are the perks on Magnus Burgundy out for cars? or-
No, they still work.
I was saying that I kept saying कि I already got my car. I'll not get the use the feature before it gets
Oh, got it, got
devalued.
it.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
my car,
You
what
told me
happened with
about
my
it.
car.
Yes, yes,
So I
yes.
ended up getting a car, and I obviously ended up getting the Magnus Burgundy. So using the, you know what? Honestly, good that he brought it up. I looked at every damn card, and we keep saying it, right? कि Magnus Burgundy is shit, this that. I looked at every card. And I realized, bro, there is no better card in the world to put this expense on, no matter what happens. I mean, it doesn't matter who is the partner, who is the transfer partner, what is the group
You
limit.
can always make sense. There
Always
are
make
enough
sense.
partners.
So coming to Magnus Burgundy, my daughter studies in the US, right? And I pay the fees. Obviously, you got to pay it online, and I always check the charge on Visa and Master on the portal where you have to pay the fees, and it's like a $20,000 bump for. I mean, the fees comes as 4 installments. For each of those installments, it's a 20,000 rupees jump, which roughly translate to about 3.5%. So it didn't make sense till the Magnus Burgundy came through.
Yeah.
Now,
And
you
Magnus
happily
Bur-
take it, right?
So I had to cross my fingers and hope, like, will I get that accelerated rewards? And it came through.
Yeah, it does. It does. It works for education spends.
I think the trend that I'm seeing is basically that all your categories where the value chain is smaller, where there is not enough money in the value chain, they'll eventually kind of keep cutting it one by one. Like you said, जब तक party चल रहा है, like let's do that.
So this typically goes as a forex payment, and so we got the accelerated, so we were pretty happy.
I mean, whatever you do,
Yeah.
you will never get less than 10% if you're in AP.
Yeah.
But how much ever bad the situation is, like you lose some money here, lose some money there, like you still end up getting 10%
Like
minimum.
9% is bulletproof. Like you will definitely get it.
Yeah, like one of the examples is also that loading a forex card, which was giving points sometime back, right, with the Magnus Burgundy. Even you lose money on the forex to 2%, you still make 10%.
Correct.
That's crazy.
No, but the point being, like, that 10% arbitrage is crazy because that 10% we never redeem at 10%. No, like because we know the system in and out. Then you'll move it to certain partners where you know that the bare minimum value you'll get is like 1.5 or 2 or whatever it is. So I think the value just is like insane.
I think the only issue is the group A limit, but again, I mean, think about it.
I'm still okay with that demand because
hypothetically-
I have Qantas, I have Air India, and now with Air India's revaluation, it is absolutely insane. Along with that,
Absolutely.
I always have domestic stays. So worst case scenario, I will burn it at ITC.
I was
That is
about,
the worst case.
I was about to say that when I was doing that calculation, I finally said, okay, let's assume that I lose all my group A limit this year, and still, because roughly आपको 3 lakh, you'll earn 3 lakh points with my transaction.
Yeah.
It's easily like almost a month in an ITC
Yeah.
Moria, right? Because 10-12 हजार में you get easily points पे मिल जाता है. It's crazy.
Arey, forget that, but you also want to do New Zealand, no?
Yeah, exactly.
So your 300k is more than enough for your New Zealand.
No,
Qantas.
I'm saying if group A, अच्छा group B बोल रहा हूँ, अच्छा.
Because 160k into 2 will put you from Bangalore to Sydney to Auckland.
Exactly.
Right? And for a couple in business class on Qantas, which is crazy. Right? So there you've solved your one way, and then you have enough KrisFlyer. Let's not talk about your KrisFlyer balance. You have enough KrisFlyer to come back. It'll be fun. It'll be fun for you. It'll be fun to see you paying for your daughter though on Qantas.
Yeah. Very painful.
But sorry Amrut, go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, when it comes to airlines, right, I typically don't calculate the rupee spent. Sometimes you need to book a ticket. You can't worry too
You
much.
just need it.
Like the US trip, because of this war, I was holding on, like for me, a US trip was also a business expense.
Yeah.
And JAL comes out with fabulous fares to the US. Like last time I went to the US, I got a fare of 2.5 lakhs on business,
There you go.
which is phenomenally good. And you wipe out 1.5 lakhs with Infinia.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you can't wait for using your Amex point because you want the Virgin 6,000 deal. Let
Yeah,
me put it that way.
you can't.
Like you can't, right? Because on days you get 30,000 points, I will still take it because I want to go, and that's where it saves money from my pocket.
Yeah, 100%,
It's as simple as that.
So speaking of perks, right? I think because we're an airline, let's talk about this. American Express, again, seriously undervalued when you want to book revenue. Like for those of you who have businesses,
Absolutely.
you can write off flight and hotel expenses. So it makes sense to book revenue and fly and earn the miles on them, like you do often. So I have used when I was going to US, I've called Amex. Amex had a 25% off on a business class ticket on Virgin, which is Bangalore, London, San Fran. And Bangalore, London, New York. One of those two. I don't remember. So when I called them, believe it or not, they gave it to me for 2.25 lakhs, which is crazy.
Damn good.
This is 2 years back. 2.25 lakhs, Bangalore to San Francisco, business class. The upper class is a great product on Virgin. You enjoy it. And for 2.25 lakhs, it was a steal of a deal. And I said, I want 2 tickets. I was going to take someone along. They said, yeah, sure, we'll extend it to you.
I think
So I think this is the other thing that you were saying, right? A lot of people don't ask. Every time I'm booking a travel ticket, I will call up Amex and I will invest 10 to 15 of my minutes of my time just to be curious and check. I'd like to fly business. What's the best offer you got? A lot of times they'll say, sir, we don't have, this is the best that we can give you. It's the same airline fare. No problem, thank you. But there are at times where you get these kind of things. The only thing you have to keep in mind is, whenever you're booking with Amex, the primary member needs to be traveling 100%. To avail that discount or benefit. If the primary member or the cardholder is not traveling, they will not extend that benefit to you. So keep checking with Amex, but this is only valid on the plat charge, not on any of the other cards.
So a lot of people do talk about the FHR program, but for example, FHR, let's talk about that as well.
We should.
So between FHR and their airlines partnerships, I think they have very deep partnership with some partners. So I've seen, Prashant, who's been on our show before, I think he uses it regularly. I mean, he's able to find Taj hotels at 25% off, sometimes bar rate say lower, matlab not like 25%, gimmick 25%. He's able to find, like he said, Virgin. There are multiple global partnerships that they have. And if you are booking a business class ticket, it's always best to ask them. Mind you, economy pe aapko nahi milenge deals. Like economy mein you will probably not get the best deals, but business mein
because the rule is you spend more than 1 lakh on an international ticket.
The yatra voucher.
They give you 15,000 yatra voucher. So same.
Crazy.
When I booked my 2.25 Virgin ticket, right, on business, I got a 15,000 rupee Taj voucher complimentary.
Damn good.
So you already got a crazy discount, right? You got another ticket for the same discount, and they give you 15,000 ka Taj voucher. I was like, that's
I think Akshat
and you get points on the transaction.
And you get points on the transaction.
So Akshat mentioned it on the podcast, right? That for them, travel is the main, a lot of big business
Hero
for
product,
them, right? Hero product. So if you're traveling, they want you to repeat their travel experiences, right? So I'm sure once in a while, if you like the experience, you'll even end up without the discount buying travel from them.
Like
right?
I do a lot of even revenue booking on SmartBuy.
And
I've seen it's great because you get 15,000 points like if you're buying one-off tickets. And they have fabulous prices, especially I've seen them with British Airways to the US. It gives great deals. JAL gives very good deals. So you get the benefit as well as you get the points.
But like, this brings me to an interesting twist to the episode. हमने बहुत सारी अच्छी चीजें बोल ली. Like one of the things that I'm kind of getting pissed sometimes is like there are a lot of faltu offers also. Like for me, I mean, sometimes I feel that I am not able to use it, so I don't use it, right? For example, I'll give you one example. We have held Infinia for ages now. There's one 2+1 ITC offer. I don't know how to use it, why to use it, why would you use it?
Even I have not used it.
I mean, think about it. You can buy ITC vouchers and you probably will end up earning more. You'll book from hotels. आपको वैसे भी 10x मिलेगा. Like I don't understand that logic of that partnership.
I think it's stages. No, have you seen Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Right. There is first is like roti kapda makan, and then uske upar then there is. Like you need to have a house,
correct,
and uske upar then you have like things like respect and pride, and then there's self-actualization. I think in cards also there are different ladders. Like when you start, getting your first cashback is like an aha moment, right? That's where the bottom of the pyramid is. That's a lot of people are at that. Holy shit! I got $1,000 cashback. It's liberating for the first time when you get it.
100%.
फिर उसके बाद then what happens is you make your first SmartBuy redemption. I paid only 70% to it. Like I'm going for this domestic vacation or international vacation.
₹1 value भी मिला.
I got like मेरी 25,000 रुपए की flight थी, and I had to pay only 20,000 rupees. 5,000 rupees. I saved 20,000 rupees. So that's your aha moment on SmartBuy, and then you realize that 5,000 also that I paid, I'll get 15% back on that. So that's the aha moment. Then you go one level up. Say like, holy shit! I moved to KrisFlyer. And I booked.
Then you saw Adil's reel. Then you see Adil's reel, and then you're like, you're in the next.
45,000 points, KrisFlyer, 2,000 rupee taxes, crazy, right? I flew business class on the A350. Then you suddenly start seeing, okay, I want to do the Etihad residence.
Correct.
Oh, okay, I want to do the Ana room. Oh, okay, now I want to do Emirates first class. Now you've done the Emirates first class A380 pay. Now I want to do the game changer on the 777. So suddenly this starts opening up and you're like, wow, there's so much that I can do. So I think there are different levels and people join at the base level.
100%.
And people, nerds then graduate to the top and different people are there because, well, some people just enjoy being there and some people really want to get to the top. So I think there are different kinds of people.
Yeah. Oh, this reminds me of that word that Kshitij brought to our podcast.
Kida.
Kida, Khujli, Kida, all of that, right? That you see all this.
That has actually become a regular now. So I get a lot of DMs on WhatsApp these days. They'll send me a screenshot with Kshitij's line saying that कीड़ा अरमानों में तब्दील हो रहा है, which is, like, y'all planted this कीड़ा and then I started imagining this and now because of the cards we actually made it happen, here's me in this picture at this hotel, at this aircraft, in this cabin, what have you, which is quite incredible.
No, but again, coming back to the hotels membership, like I was saying that one of these offers I didn't understand, couldn't make sense of the ITC offer at all.
Yeah.
A lot of these cards have this one offer, like either we are not able to use it or in my view, a lot of these are just not good because there are so many good alternates to that you will not end up booking those.
So that's what I'm saying. In that hierarchy of needs, though, if people are at level 1 or level 2,
They may end up taking
they
that offer.
do it
Yeah.
because there is that aspiration to stay at a Grand Chola in
Makes sense.
Chennai,
Makes
at a Mayura in Bombay, at a Grand Bharat in Gurgaon, which is an all suites
Yeah.
property.
True.
If you just want to, like, now that you are there, hopefully you will invite us sometime. On your point, 3 lakh point का करोगे क्या? एंड वैसे भी तुम्हारा ग्रुप है, ये साल का भी तो बाकी है.
नहीं हो गया हो सब पहले ही हो गया.
घुमा दिया.
तब पहले ही हो गया था फेब में.
मेरे को लगा अभी बाकी होगा. But anyways, so point being, I think there is a mix of people because I know quite a few people who have leveraged that offer and they use it. Just that, like you, I have never used it because
you will always know better way of doing it.
No, because our loyalty has been with Accor for the last 3 odd years.
I'm saying even if you were to book ITC, you know better route.
Yeah. For example, the Culinaire for me is a smart thing to do.
Absolutely.
You just book the Culinaire and then you have an endless supply of points. So you can keep stacking and double stacking on that benefit.
Yeah, other benefit I have never used, and again, I thought of using it when I was in Bangalore, but unfortunately none of the golf courses are close by. Yeah. So that golf is one thing I wanted to definitely try.
I've used and it's brilliant.
No, but I did it as a sample in
Eagleton?
No, Golf Share.
That I have also done. But मैं बोल रहा था I wanted to use it regularly, form that habit. So how? But then it's too far away to go regularly, na? Like.
Have you tried Amrut?
No, I mean I stay in Golshire very often. Like that's my favorite place to.
Yeah.
That makes us three.
At least 3-4 times a year minimum. We have one I think planned next week hopefully.
Okay.
But golf, no. I play golf, but I've not played.
Have you used your credit cards to book sessions?
No, I've not. Honestly, last 2-3 years has been very hectic, so I've not had the time to plan and book. But that's something which I want to look at, look at doing.
वो मैंने maximum लोगों से यही सुना. I want to look at doing it. But so if you are watching the show, if you are somebody who uses golf on your cards every day, let us know, ping us. Would love to hear from you guys.
But my take on all these offers which they give, right? Sometimes offers which are unnecessary for us is to get somebody at that low level hooked.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. No?
Because for a lot of people, that's
exactly
like it's an amazing thing.
Because different people have different needs and goals in life, right? You never know which tab that potentially attracts. Like golf, I have used. I really like going to Golfshire because Prestige also has a restaurant by Golfshire.
Yeah.
That restaurant used to be not so good, by the way. They've seriously upped their game now.
The Indian one or?
No, they have a multi-cuisine thing. Which
inside
is
the golf aviary, near the golf area, not the hotel.
That is Golfshire.
Golfshire.
I'm not talking about JW guy.
Oh, you mean to say the clubhouse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
So what happens is, for example, I put my flat charge and I'll book a golf session.
Yeah.
Okay, we get access to the driving range because I still don't know how to play golf.
Yeah.
I enjoy using the driving range. There's 4 friends we go there Sunday morning, go there early. You do your driving range, and then these guys want to get their beers, and I want to have a good meal.
Yeah.
So then we end up going to that clubhouse.
Okay.
And earlier the clubhouse, the vibe was good, not great. Yeah. Now they've redone the interiors. It's very nice. Okay. They've really upgraded their menu, and they have a really good menu. By the way, if you enjoy a good stroganoff, they make a really good stroganoff. It's hard to find a good stroganoff in Bangalore. They make a really good stroganoff with the right tempered buttered rice and all of that. So you go there, you have a great meal, and then you kind of come back.
But that brings us to a larger point, right? That, like Akshat also mentioned this, right? He said that it gives me access to clubs which is hard to get, right? For example, if you're not a member, like this credit card perk could just get you inside
it. Exactly.
I mean, another bank which is doing is HSBC. With the HSBC Premier, again, a lot of people don't know it. There is a program where in your city, there are clubs, right, which generally you don't get membership to. For example, you may get it here because you have been in Bangalore a long time. But if you go to Bombay, you will not get access to this club. 10 saal ki waiting hoti hai. But with this membership, I think you have to pay some X amount, 12K or something. And then you can go to these clubs, hang out socially, chill out.
Even the non-golf ones or even the golf?
Non-golf funds.
Non-golf funds.
Non-golf
Okay. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so
That's like, for example, here they have bowling on
Dreamfolks.
With the Dreamfolks partnership.
Okay.
So the terms are something like you can access the club once a month types.
Okay.
But if there are like 10 clubs in Bangalore, you can go to each one of them once a month.
Oh, damn good.
Which is like very, very good.
And
right?
this is on which one? On HSBC?
On the HSBC Premier,
Okay.
you have to go and buy a Dreamfolks membership. It's a separate program for 10K plus taxes, something on those lines. I've been meaning to try it, but like you, I've been traveling extensively, just haven't found the time.
Yeah, same.
But I would like to try it out and see how this works.
That's a great perk, I feel, if you're outside, traveling outside, because within the city, you have some friend who's a member.
Exactly.
So this is exactly what I was thinking, because right now I'm in Gurgaon, so like wahan pe there are these DLF clubs.
Yeah.
Now to get access to these clubs, either it's very expensive or they have waiting. So if you have to get into those clubs sometimes, I mean, if it has those clubs included, I would love to try it out and see if it makes sense. Especially if you want to just hang out around socially, right? Because it's very hard to otherwise find social connections in new cities.
The other thing, let's just talk a little bit about FHR also.
Sure.
So that's another great program that Amex runs, where you have to be open to paying revenue. And if you're paying revenue, then Amex will potentially guarantee you an early check-in, late checkout, upgrade on availability, $100 credit, and breakfast, all part of the same price that typically you will get outside. But you got to book it through Amex as part of the Fine Hotels and Resorts collections. Now you can also do it through potentially 4i advisors outside. You could also do it through Classic Travels. You could also do it through a bunch of other luxury travel advisors that are there, like there's that small hotels group or something like that, which is very cool. They also have
apps also, Lux app or something.
But would you get a room night also with it?
Of course.
You get your married room night even though Amex is
Yes.
booking? Okay.
Yes. So it's part of the.
It's a direct booking with their hotel loyalty program.
Oh, not
It's
bad.
not via.
So
it's not considered an OTA booking.
So then that's like very, very lucrative.
Okay, yeah.
So sometimes when I'm doing revenue bookings, I always make it a point to call Amex.
Amex, okay.
Tell them specifically I'm interested in an FHR benefit. What is the benefit? And sometimes they give you a complimentary spa. Sometimes they'll give you $100 credit. Sometimes they'll give you a curated chef meal, which is a 3-course meal. It's all property specific. And the offers keep changing. They're dynamic in nature.
And these are properties worldwide?
Worldwide.
The
Let's say
collection is amazing.
It's a great.
And it's a really, really good collection. And so, for example, if you think you'll get this offer, let's say at a Marriott, not a JW, but one level below, which is at a Marriott, or let's say at a Novotel. No, it's not going to happen. You'll get this at a JW, you'll get this at a Ritz, you'll get this at a St. Regis. You will get this as a Raffles, you'll get it at a Fairmont.
Okay.
Properties below that, you're not going to get it.
Got it.
So you got to be willing to pay top dollar. Yeah. That is when they throw in this extra benefit, and it's extremely lucrative and helpful.
But also, I think sometimes they do have rates which are cheaper than the bar rates. So even though they're giving you perks, there are days where you'll also get cheaper than the bar rates, right? Yeah. It could be because of the fact that they have a 2+1 offer or whatever, I don't know, but it generally ends up being so. Again, Taj ka example Prashant was giving us, right? He said multiple times I've tried, I've got lower rates than from them. So again, their prices and rates are dependent on their worldwide partnerships. So if the partnership with that particular brand is good, you will end up more often than not get good deals with them.
One example I can give is SmartBuy. When you book golf share on SmartBuy, assume, for me, the night is very important. The Marriott night.
Status night.
But if I'm booking 2 rooms or 3 rooms where I have, let's say, my children and my in-laws or my relatives or somebody along, I do the second, third, fourth room on SmartBuy.
On SmartBuy, so you can.
Okay,
break
no,
it
I'll tell you why. Because SmartBuy gives you one perk which the Marriott app doesn't give you. It gives you like a half board and a full board option,
Yeah.
Oh.
and at a very highly discounted price. So you probably get a 28,000, 30,000
Yeah.
rupees half board, a full board, and then
Nice.
you knock off like 70% with points.
Exactly.
So that works like
that's
you
a
asked
great
me,
idea.
like that's one of the perks which I use regularly. I never book my second room
Yeah.
on Marriott. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And the full board and the half board, out of curiosity, where do they let you eat? In the JW?
In the main
In
the
JW,
buffet.
In the JW kitchen.
Yeah,
right?
and they give you access to the lounge.
Okay. Oh, they give you lounge
They
access?
give you lounge access.
This is crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good option. If somebody doesn't
But
have the...
I'll tell you what, if you get access to the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Lounge access becomes.
Lounge is if you want to have a drink.
You
Yeah.
can have a drink and then you can head
And
to
lounge
the
is very
restaurant
good.
to eat
And
food,
they have good collection of cocktails and
no?
things like that.
I mean, but it's generally on the weekends, so you get super crowded.
For me, I tell you what, my favorite thing there is going to Alishan.
Yeah.
Alishan,
Which is Chef
That's why-
Riaz is phenomenal with his hospitality and his food. Like when you go, he'll remember you by name. He'll come and he'll offer. He'll tell you, have you tried this particular thing? This is new on the menu. Very hospitable chef. And then again, East is again like a great restaurant.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy dining at Alishan. Earlier, EasyDiner used to give you a
Ab
really
band ho gaya
good
na?
discount. Now it's gone. But it's okay. Sometimes
Yeah,
you're okay paying.
no, but that's
Yeah.
why I was asking him if they offer you a set meal in one of the restaurants,
Oh,
then I would definitely do
crazy,
it.
No, it's,
crazy.
it's not on the set.
Yeah, I understood.
It's
Yeah.
not
They'll
on the
give you
set.
at the aviary.
Aviary, हाँ,
Yeah.
aviary, yeah.
But that has a
Oh,
pretty
by the
good
way,
selection.
aviary is one of the few buffet breakfasts that you will also enjoy.
Yeah.
Like the breakfast is crazy,
Yeah,
and the chefs again there are like. आदिल ने मेरे को बोला था तो मैं जाके पूछा मैं वो खाना है avocado toast like sir नहीं है बोला I want to have it I'm not going to come very often I want to have it made it for me and I like
So if you enjoy a good roast omelette, this is a
Oh,
good
yeah, I
place
tried
that
it.
you do
Awesome it
Really good. Again, they don't have it on the menu. You call the chef, you request them. He will do a great roast omelette. Roast omelette is typically chicken curry and omelette served with you. Go in. Superb.
But I honestly that day just because मैंने बोल दिया तो I was like okay but otherwise it's a fantastic buffet.
No,
the buffet itself
it's
is
very
insane.
extensive.
Yeah,
It's very
huge.
extensive.
And each of them doesn't feel like a buffet. Each of the items feels well crafted. The pastries, for example, like really good. Loved the food.
Yeah, and they're the only, I think they're probably one of the only two restaurants who do a very good cronut, which
Yeah.
is a combination of a croissant and a donut.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there are only two. So one I've seen it at Lapis, which is at the Oberoi, and the second is the only place that I've seen here. I don't think any other luxury hotels have figured out cruffins or cronuts yet.
Okay.
Which is a combination of croissant and a muffin.
I'll-
croissant
Hey,
and
but
donut.
one trend I've not liked is that वो flat croissants. Like I hated it. I don't know.
Even
why.
I have not enjoyed them.
वो बिल्कुल बकवास लगा
It's,
idea.
like you
cookie
lose
खा लो
the
यार,
joy
मतलब.
of the flaky, buttery,
They're like
crunchy.
we are giving you a croissant and a cookie. I said it's neither a croissant nor a cookie. It's nothing. Like for me, it was like a
Where is this in?
no anywhere.
Anywhere,
The
okay.
trend. I think the trend anyways is dying. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
it came out like a year back,
Yeah.
but you still get it.
Yeah.
You still
But
get it.
interestingly, I'll tell you one more thing. Now that you spoke about JW and you spoke about staying there often, I think one of the biggest advantages that people don't realize is getting memberships and tiers of memberships when you buy cards.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I mean, you talk about VI and you will hear hundreds of thousands of people talk about Vistara Infinite, Gone Away, Vistara Gold, all of that, right? I mean, it's insane to get Bonvoy Gold with Plat Charge, right? You've never been able to, if you are a not so regular traveler, it's very hard to reach those.
But you ask me personally, no, I would rate the Marriott Bonvoy card slightly higher because
Sure.
it gives you 10 nights.
At 3%, at 3,000 rupees.
But 3,000 is, see, that one night free is one thing.
no, I'm saying 3,000 is very low
3,000
for what
rupees-
it offers.
Yes,
It's a free night.
it gives you a free night, but more than the free night, for me, the hidden benefit is the 10-night benefit it gives. Because that
It
10
helps you maintain titanium.
So it helps me maintain titanium. I'll tell you why. Because my typically travel across vacations and everything
Yeah.
else, I travel about 45, 50 nights a
Yeah.
year. Now, the minute you touch 50 in Marriott, Marriott allows you to add another 5.
Yeah.
And this adds another 10. So
Yeah.
it takes you very close to
Crazy.
the 75,
75, yeah.
75 nights. So for me, that I wait for it because mine happens sometime in December. And I wait for the 10 nights to...
You've timed it perfectly, huh?
Yeah.
Like December is like the perfect time to renew.
Because
Yeah.
you've done with it and that gives you, and then you have that if you have to do that mattress booking or whatever people call
Yeah.
it,
Mattress run.
mattress run.
Yeah.
Like last time I had to do one night mattress run, so I booked in one of these hotels here. I checked in I booked in one of the Whitefield hotels.
Ah, good.
So I
Check in and check out. Just give me my night.
6,000 rupees. It was the cost was 6,000 rupees, and it was some 6,000 points.
Yeah.
So I booked the 6,000 points. I went checked in the afternoon, and it's auto checkout the next day. So I didn't even look at. I didn't even go into the room.
Again, coming back to the point, I mean, we have repeatedly said this on the podcast, saying that one example of a card which you never buy for points or swipes is Marriott Bonvoy.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Crazy. By the way, haven't spoken about lounges. Let's come to that after this. But yeah, you get the diners lounge access with the Marriott card.
Oh.
Worldwide, any diners.
Does it?
network-
Okay,
yeah. I mean, obviously, the fact that it's a black, it does give some personality to the card as well, right? The black and gold color. So it does give access to any international lounge where you can use diners black, you can use this card.
Time to rescue a card that a lot of people give a lot of hate to. Emeralde Private Metal. Boss, if you are traveling through T1 for a local flight anywhere in India, they have a VIP lounge at 080. It is beautiful. It's not crowded. You can go there and sit. Handcrafted gourmet meals. They give you a lovely menu. You order whatever you want. You're taken care of well. In and out. It is amazing. I made a reel on it that did really, really well. It's a great card. What came to your rescue? ICICI Emeralde Private Metal. Otherwise, they charge $3,500 to enter there.
You
which
can
is
take a
ridiculous.
guest or no?
I'm sorry?
Can you take a guest or it's?
No, the add-on can. So if you have an add-on,
Okay.
the add-on gets you access.
Okay. I have that card. I mean,
yeah.
again, I think I took that card after one of your podcasts where you had EPM. You spoke a lot about it, hoping they get an airline transfer.
Transfer
partner.
partners, yeah.
I
But
want
that never happened.
I want to add 2-3 funny things here. Like, बहुत ही genuinely funny है, तो I have to add. One, the guy who used to consistently speak about Maharaja Club, Maharaja Lounge, is not talking about the 080
Dude,
lounge.
that is T2.
T2.
That is T2.
No, but we still don't have
This
access
is
to
T1.
it. But we still don't have access to it now.
हाँ अभी वही है कि अगली बार जब जा रहे हैं ना वो प्रशांत के साथ जाना पड़ेगा. प्रशांत is
Good
heading the
friends.
platinum.
You remember I told
हाँ.
you, either you have Maharaja Gold or you have good friends who have Maharaja Gold.
We discussed. So Amrut was talking about now. There are friends who can take you to clubs.
Yeah.
Amrut, our classification of friends is who can take us to lounges.
Lounges.
So for us, we are all on flighty,
Yeah,
and
flighty.
we know each other's schedules now. Who's flying when? Who's landing when? What time is he landing? What baggage belt is he on?
Yeah.
So therefore, when our platinum status friends or our Air India Star Alliance Gold status friends are traveling, like, okay, you're going at this time. Dude, come 1 hour early, let's catch up with the air lounge. And by the way,
Not
I
meant
hope
for a
you-
long time. Not
I
meant
hope
for
you
a
don't
long
have a +1 because I am your +1.
So the second
No, but
interesting-
I should tell you, I lost my Star Alliance Gold thanks to your show.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So very interesting thing is I would do a lot of revenue on SQ.
Okay.
And honestly speaking, I had no clue that you could transfer points from BizBlack to SQ.
Okay.
How did you not know that? We speak about that all the
Yeah.
time.
So I got
He
to know
doesn't.
it-
He has not spoken the positive about the show. But I will tell you.
So then what happened was BizBlack has a cap of 75,000 and
Correct.
I accumulate both me and
No,
my wife.
SQ
My
doesn't
wife
have a cap.
No, BizBlack, when you do a redemption on SmartBuy, has a
SmartBuy
cap
has a
of
cap.
75,000.
Correct.
Right, and obviously I'm earning more than what I can burn because you're paying your GST, you're paying your advance tax. My wife is paying her GST, her advance tax. She has her own BizBlack, and there's so much of points. And then I realized that you can transfer it. So
Yeah.
you go ahead and transfer 1 lakh, no problem.
This
2
is
lakh, no
cheating.
transfer.
You can't say you lost because of this. You have so much endless supply of points that you stop booking revenue.
Correct. So now what happened was because I stopped booking revenue, right? I'm dropped down to now silver, and hopefully
No, so I'll tell you what.
But
I'll
because
tell
of
you,
my Marriott membership, the silver holds.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you now how to earn back that status.
Yeah.
Now you said you travel often. You have your Milan thing coming up.
Correct.
You have a couple of trips that you already discussed.
yeah.
You fly through KrisFlyer.
Yeah.
Get the Singapore. Okay, it's going to be painful to get this card. Dimant loves this bank, by the way.
Okay.
It's called the State Bank of India SBI KrisFlyer Apex card.
Okay.
Pay $10,000. Get the card.
Okay.
You get 10,000 KrisFlyer miles. Your paisa vasool there and there.
Then okay.
Spend 7.5 lakh rupees in a year
Okay.
on Singapore airline tickets.
Okay.
You can break it into multiple PNRs, no problem. The moment you spend 7.5 lakh rupees on a year,
Okay.
using the SBI KrisFlyer Apex card, you become SQ Gold.
Isn't
Okay.
there
SQ Gold is equal to Star Alliance Gold.
Yeah, no.
No, but isn't there an easier way to do this?
No, I was SQ Gold itself.
Huh.
Now I'm SQ KrisFlyer, basically silver.
But if you want to get back to
Get
gold
back, yeah.
and you want to book expenses,
Yeah. No, see, honestly, if you ask me personally, again, like having traveled Singapore Airlines that much, the perks on SQ Gold are not all that great, right? I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Like, let's say if you're in Singapore Changi Airport, you go to the Gold Lounge, not to the Silver Kris Lounge.
Yes.
And
No,
there's
no,
a
no.
huge difference between the
phenomenal
two.
difference. But the goal is not to get SQ Gold.
Yeah.
The goal is to get
Air
Star
India-
Alliance.
Star
Gold.
Alliance Gold, yes, correct.
Because then you can use it worldwide
Yeah.
across airlines okay, I'll tell you one thing. A cabin that I want to try, which we have never spoken about on the show, is United's new Polaris
Polaris, yeah.
Studio.
Okay.
They have launched a studio which is an upgrade to the Polaris cabin.
Yeah.
What happens in this cabin is, one, you look at that cabin, it's bloody beautiful. All of you can go Google, you can check it out. We'll try and put some pictures here. They start serving caviar on that flight.
Okay.
Amuse-bouche is caviar. And then they have gourmet dining service, which is a notch better than the Polaris service.
Okay.
So I can use that on United. I can use that on Air Canada. I can use that on Turkish. And that's an airline I intend to do in the next couple of years, because chefs bring the entire trolley, they plate it, and they serve it to you then and there. Because of my F&B obsession.
Yeah.
So the goal here is to score Star Alliance status. There is no easier way to score Star Alliance status as of now, because Air India doesn't have a card. But if you have genuine revenue spends on Singapore Airlines, which can be potentially written off as business expenses, this might be a good hack.
No, these technically are business expenses. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
then you
most
should-
of the.
But then isn't there a better way for him to do this? Like
Batao,
he has Marriott Titanium.
Maritime, yeah.
Isn't there a SQ partnership?
SQ,
where you take X number of
Silver.
flights?
Silver.
No,
Oh,
no.
that
I-
only gives silver, is it?
So now there's a challenge that comes up.
Huh.
So I'm taking the challenge again to
हाँ,
get
उसी
that
की बात
gold.
कर रहा हूँ. But that's cheaper than the
What-
7.5
what is
lakhs.
the challenge?
So challenge is that you have to basically, when you got to do 4 revenue flights,
Huh.
4 separate revenue flights in a span of I think 45 days or
Yeah.
60 days. And then if you're SQ Silver, you get bumped
Exactly.
to SQ Gold.
Then that
That's
makes
through
sense.
That's
Marriott.
what that was I was saying.
That's
That's an
the
easier
Marriott.
way out than the SQ Apex card.
So
Plus you have to deal with the bank itself.
last time I got
ये बोलना था ना
Plus
तुम्हें.
you have to deal
ये
with the
तुम्हें बोलना
bank.
था.
Like why would you want to do that just to get the status?
This is-
I would
it's-
rather
no,
have
but-
silver.
but like Marriott, like for example, Marriott Titanium, it gives you a lot of benefits. Like I got United Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Hertz Gold.
Exactly.
I got that 6th. The other one I got
60.
golden.
60 platinum.
Yeah. So and the price difference was huge, because last time when I went, when I had booked a car, it was costing me after insurance and all like $100 a day.
Yeah.
This time when I booked for 11 days and I paid like $550 odd for a good car. And the way Hertz Gold works is, you go there, they say you're good, just select any car and walk out.
Yeah, correct.
So there were
It's amazing,
a whole
yeah.
range of cars, whatever suits your need. And
That's perfect.
as you exit, the person will.
Yeah.
By the way, interestingly, that was the second funny thing I wanted to add. So people are making reels on T1 because they're flying IndiGo.
Yeah.
And when they're saying 60 also, I'm hearing 6E.
Yeah.
Because these days, last 3 flights, including the next one,
Yeah.
which is going to take to an international destination,
Yeah.
is on 6E.
Okay.
So somebody's trying to get tier 1 on IndiGo very soon.
No. Unfortunately, the destinations that I've been going to are serviced only by his favorite airline.
Oh, yeah,
There's-
whatever.
No, yaar.
Yeah,
So I'm from Belgaum, which is the only flight that goes there from Bangalore is IndiGo.
Indo, okay.
That's why.
There used to be Star Air.
Yeah.
Now they've stopped the service. By the way, I came back because I didn't want to take IndiGo. I went to Hubli and took Fly 91 and came back. Also, Fly 91 was ridiculously cheap. It was $2,500 from Hubli to Bangalore, which is very, very cheap.
But that's the ATR, right?
That's an even IndiGo has ATRs.
To
Same ATR
To
ही है
Belgaum.
वो.
Okay.
So now my mum had a health emergency, which is why I had to fly out last weekend. There is no choice. You have to take his favorite airline. But whenever I see it, I ensure I tag him on Instagram and I say, I'm remembering my friend.
No, but coincidentally, this has happened back to back. No, now there is another.
I had
flight.
to go. So there was Bakri, I had to go. And then my mom's health emergency happened. I had to go. क्या करें?
नहीं अभी नेक्स्ट वाला भी है ना आपका.
नेक्स्ट वाला तो अभी आपकी फेवरेट कंट्री को ही जा रहा हूँ
फेवरेट
दोबारा.
कंट्री का फेवरेट एयरलाइन भी है ना.
But
फेवरेट एयरलाइन भी है ना.
I don't think I'm traveling.
I
that.
think so.
Indigo.
Let me look at.
To
Because
Phuket or
I'm
what?
going to Phuket, but
My guess is it would be IndiGo.
yeah. I'm actually onwards is a direct flight to IndiGo, and we chose that because it lands at 11:45.
Yeah, you told me that. That's
Perfect
I
time to land because perfect time to check.
And the perfect
See, if
airline.
it's a
And
day
while-
flight, no, you can manage in IndiGo. But a night flight, especially international, I've had the worst experience going on a IndiGo flight to Bali because it was direct.
Same
My-
flight.
This is a
Dude, I felt sick.
Strained neck, like, you know,
Same. Because you don't have those neck pillows,
Neck
nothing.
pillows, nothing, yeah.
Same flight. I went to Mandapa.
Yeah.
Minus that flight, everything else was perfect.
Yeah.
I felt sick on the first day itself.
but my
ऊंचे
return,
लोग ऊंची पसंद क्या करेंगे?
Arey
but my
kya?
return
Same
flight on
flight.
IndiGo was not bad because a day flight. You know, you
Yeah.
watch some like. you
Yeah,
know, you
so
get-
same. This is a 3.5 hour flight.
Day flight,
So
I think,
6:30 in the
manage, yeah.
morning. I'll tell you what, I always choose these flights only because it works for me. I tend to work late because I work for an American company, so I have calls till late in the night. I wind up my calls at about 11:30. Then I want to chill a little bit. So I will chill a little bit for an hour or whatever. And then I will pack. I'm a last minute packer. I never pack in advance. By the time I pack and I'm done and all that, it's 2:33. This is the perfect time to leave from home for the airport.
Yeah.
Get to the airport at 4:35. My flight's at 6:30. So it works well. I sit on the plane and I crash. I'm gone.
Gone, yeah.
And then before the flight is taken off, I have crashed. Once I land, I wake up.
Yeah.
So luckily, because of that timing, it worked for me. While coming back, I'm not taking your favorite
By the
plane.
way,
I'm
that-
coming back on Air India Express.
That was beautiful. I was about to add that now Bangalore has started direct AI Express to Phuket as well, which was not there earlier.
Which is what? So earlier, it was not all days of the week.
Correct.
It was on certain days of the
Exact.
week.
Now it's every
So
day.
my date was not working, which is why I had to book. The second thing is the timing is odd.
Yeah.
This works well, and Air India Express ka jo return flight is 16:45.
Yeah.
So then I check out and go straight to the airport, which again works well. I come back here on Saturday night, get a good day's rest on Sunday, recovery after the vacation before I join back work on Monday.
By the way, I'll tell you one interesting thing, and this is something it will be very helpful because recently there was a news update that came that you can earn Air India points on Air India Express as well.
Yes.
And you can also earn status nights and status points, whatever you call it,
Yeah.
right? But there is a bug in the system which I encountered. So if you book via SmartBuy, for example, right,
Yeah.
and you haven't added your Maharaja Club at that point of time because they may not have Maharaja Club in Air India Express flow. But while checking in, if you put it as Maharaja Club, you don't get the points. What happens is it by default picks up your new number, Tata new number, and credits the points to Tata new.
Okay.
So the only way to get points, because everybody was posting, मेरे को points मिल गए, and I did not get the
Because
points.
even I took a Hyderabad to Bangalore on Air India Express. I got the points on
Haan,
Maharaja.
so if you add it while the flow happens, it works. If you add it later, it doesn't work. It's buggy. So sometimes it does get added to. When I checked back, it went to my new account. So like, अगर मेरा phone number
You
डाला
can't
हुआ है,
link Tata New account to your Maharaja Club.
you cannot.
No,
Not
Tata
yet.
New
Not yet.
is a different program, which
okay.
is where you have statuses like Aviator and all of that.
So you have to-
which is the Air India Express program,
It's
which is
either
the
or.
legacy Air Asia program.
AirAsia, okay.
So the way they are treating it right now is like a partner airline. So I think eventually the integration will happen. That's one. The second thing you mentioned, so first time in long years now, I missed my flight last week. And I was coming to Bangalore again from Delhi. I missed the flight. And I took an AI Express again at 11:30 in the night. I had 2 hours at the airport because there was no other flight which was available last minute. Again, same experience. Had the Emeralde private metal, use that card to get into the Xenia lounge or whatever that lounge is, right? There's a higher version of the Encam lounge which is available at the T1
Is that
airport.
the Prive?
Prive, Prive,
Yeah.
correct. The T1 airport.
Yeah.
And then I said, yaar, I also remembered there's an Amex lounge there. So मैं वहाँ गया, फिर वहाँ से I went there again. And surprisingly, what I found is both had the same food. Same absolute food.
Amex as well as.
Yes. The only difference was Amex had slightly different alcohol.
Okay.
They had a
Amex
different.
seating area is too small, yeah. It's a pain.
Huh?
In the Delhi
No,
lounge.
the T1, the new lounge.
New lounge I haven't.
Exactly. The T1 is bigger.
Okay.
It's bigger. The
I'm not a T3.
T3 बंद हो गया.
T3
It's
Amex
closed.
has a separate area in one of the existing
Yeah,
lounges.
that's-
there.
yeah.
वो बहुत छोटा, it's too crampy. Rather not go.
Correct.
Rather go to Karnataka Cafe and have a good
We
dosa.
went
also.
last
What
time,
happened to the Amex lounge in T1? There used to be one long back, right? In T1.
T1, I don't know.
T1,
T3.
T1 domestic, there would be an Amex lounge.
Yeah, it is
At
now
the
there.
fo-
It is there again. Opened up. The Centurion Lounge is there now.
It's there on T1?
Yeah, it's there exactly. So the T1 Delhi, you're talking about Delhi.
T1 Bangalore.
Bangalore doesn't have.
Bangalore's
one-
never had an Amex
No,
lounge.
there used to be a lounge. You know where in the old domestic before the new airport came up.
Yeah,
There
correct.
used to be one Amex lounge. As soon as you enter where the gates start, on the left hand side there would be an Amex lounge.
In Bangalore.
Yeah,
This was before the T2 started.
Before T2 started.
Just before T2 started. Yes, there used to be a very small.
Bangalore,
Yeah.
Man, I've never seen this.
I have seen it. Us time pe I didn't have any card, so I never used it. But there was used to be a small lounge, is what I remember also.
How far back is this, Amrut?
About what, 5-6 years back?
No, yeah.
No,
No
5-6 तो T2 को हो गया.
No,
5-6 तो T2 को हो गया.
Which?
The T2 has been very old, na? It's been
Bangalore
many years.
T2.
हाँ, it's
Bangalore
been
T2,
5 years,
no,
no?
3 years back, no?
Oh, 3 years हुआ है क्या? Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't
6-7
know.
years
I've,
back.
for some reason, never seen an Amex lounge in Bangalore.
I remember seeing it, but I have never entered it. So
Yeah, I would have definitely. That'd be my lounge of choice.
I think one
I know there was a priority pass wala lounge and there was a 080.
there was two opposite to
Two
each
opposite,
other.
yeah.
That the 080 and the one, and there was
Yeah.
one more is what I remember.
BLR lounge it
Haan,
used to be
BLR
called.
lounge,
And
yeah.
Correct.
there is a 080. 080 is
Oh,
always
that
This was
was
not
a-
international, this was domestic.
yeah, I get it.
No, so I think the lounge that you was there is international पे तो definitely lounge है. That I remember Amex का lounge, there is a lounge at international. That I remember. There was a lounge which allowed you the Amex card entry. There were two lounges at international, right?
Two were there.
Yeah, two are there. One of them accepts Amex, the one doesn't. But it's not a
No, but
Centurion
it's not an
lounge.
Amex
It's not a
lounge.
Centurion
It's not an
lounge.
Amex lounge. It probably accepts the cards.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool, I think.
Cool, wrap kare?
Wrap करते हैं.
Cool. So let's wrap it up. I think good. Thanks, Amrut, for coming. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Amrut was one of the earliest backers of the Point Syndicate.
Yeah.
He came in. We had a great time in Bangkok. Thanks, Amrut, for being part of the syndicate. We've already started working on the next syndicate. We will announce it soon. Looking forward to having another blast with all the people very soon. Like always, like last time, we'll restrict it to 20 people, but it will be at a new exotic destination. So looking forward to revealing it. Adarniya Dhimanji, shukriya aane ke liye.
Thank you.
And looking forward to lots more conversations like these. For those of you who haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. We're also very active on Instagram. So if you haven't followed us there, we'll overlay the Instagram account. Please hit the follow button. With that, this is Dhimant, Amrut and Adil wrapping up for the Great Indian Points and Miles Show.